Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is a quick little craft with me video. So I was going to show you how to make one of these cute little tape dispenser shaker, sequin shaker storage thing. So whatever you want to call it. So what I am using is the Scrap Diva tape dispenser. So it comes with these 4 pieces. These two are this piece right behind here. It's the same piece, it's just 2 of them, so you don't have to cut it out, you know, don't have to run it through twice. And then this one has the stitching. This is a layering piece, so it will cut out these little hearts too, so they'll show through if you layer it up on another piece of paper. I just use this one, and then of course these 2. So these are the ones I have already made. So I think they turned out really cute. So here's another one. Okay, so I thought I'd show you real quick how to put together. So I cut out 2 of these. The stitched one out of this. This is that pretty holographic paper from Sizzix that I hauled after I saw Tony haul it. It was so pretty, and I have used a ton of it. So so you need 2 of these for each one, and you need 2 of the little wheel type things for each one. Okay, and then you'll need some kind of little container. This is what I'm using, but you could also use, I have like a pack of these little plastic ones. It has a clear lid, so I wanted it to be able to, to see in there, so you could see the shaker mix inside there. So that's why I was looking for something with clear. So this one's would be a little bit smaller than the one I made, but it could still be used. It would still fit there really well. Let's see, these 2 layer up like this on the inside. Okay, so you just kind of got to measure, just put it together and hold up to see if it covers, your whole thing, so you don't have it showing through, and that one does. So it would be a little bit, wider than the one I have, but it would still be really cute. So anyway, you could use like that one. And then I was looking, you could also, like, I have these little square ones too, and it fits behind there well also. And then, yeah, then so that would work too. So look through what you have and see what you could use for a little container. So so this is what I'm using. This is actually a one that I'm reusing that had some micro beads in it. I have a whole set of micro beads, different colors, and so some of the ones that I've used up already, these are the empty. I always save all the empty things. So anyway, I'm just reusing some of these. And so I put it, the first one I put together first, and then I decided I didn't want to just be showing through the top, so I decided to go ahead and put some pretty little trim, around, just to give it prettier. So this lid spins off, okay, but you could use the other one like I showed you just well, that just pops off, okay. So that just spins back on there, and I just made sure that when I used to use hot glue, and I glued it down, that I didn't have it in the way of where it was going to spin at. So just kind of make sure you put it to, the one side, so you're not blocking your lid, when you want to go to put your lid on. Okay, so I had already done that part, and that's just hot glue. I had already done that part when I decided I should just show you guys how to do one of these real quick. I think I saw somebody else make one of these that, and I think they actually put, like, instead, and this is the first thing I thought of too. When I saw this, I thought, oh, this would be cute to make it 3D and actually put some ribbon or tape or something back there so you could actually, pull it. So, but I wanted to do something different, so I decided to make it a container and hold the sequins mix. So anyway, that's what I did. So what we're going to do first is, so what I did is I took my top and I'm going to put some glue around the edge right here, and then I'm just going to put this circle piece right there on top. So let me show you. I just put a thin line all around the outside. Okay, and then I just put this, doesn't have to be any special way right now. When I do the other side, I'll try and line it up the best I can. So, because I like also too how you can see through this. So if you didn't have anything in there, or if you just filled it up halfway or something like that and it was sitting there, you could still see through the other side. So I think that's a cool look also. So just a little bead of hot glue around, and that's on my lid part right there. It doesn't really matter which. Well, I think it's probably best to do the front part first, so your lid part first. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to put some glue right around this heart and like down here, and then I'm just going to line this up with the bottom piece. Okay, so that will give me my base, but still let me see through to the sequin mix. Okay, so let me put a little glue around here, and you know, you could use just regular glue and stuff on this too. I'm just, since I use the hot glue for the actual, for the for the you know, the ribbon part, I decided to just go ahead and do the whole thing with the hot glue, but you could use in just regular liquid glue if you wanted to. Okay, so there is the front half. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to take my other circle piece and I'm going to put another thing of glue around there, and then I'm going to look through here through the glass and try and line this up the best I can, as quick as I can, so it doesn't dry. So hopefully this will work when I'm trying to do it, you know, filming it. You know how things work out when you're trying to do a video of it. It doesn't a lot of times work out. So hopefully that will work out, but that's my intent. All right, so let's go ahead and put this thing of glue around. I'm not being real steady, so I'm missing spots. Okay, make sure you the piece you want to see, the color you want to see, face it down. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of look through there the best I can, kind of get it lined up, and I'm just going to kind of wipe off the hot glue. Okay, so now I have my back piece on, and if you look through, you can still, I can see all the way through. Okay, and then now I'm going to do the same thing with this piece and turn it the piece I want facing so that you can see when you have it sitting up. I'm going to put that face down and I'm going to line it up with that heart again. Okay. And then you got to try and you got to line up your heart, but you also need to try and get it, you know, like the bottom part kind of flat too, so that, I mean, it's pretty much just going to stand on the front one, but I just tried to make it, you know, look as nice and flat and even as I could, so the two front and the back were, you know, lined up even. Okay, so then just like that, there's my little thing. Now you could I got glue webs all over me. Okay, so yeah, that's all you have to do. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, this is all tacked down, so now I'm just going to spin the top, open up my top. This is the sequin mix that I made for it. I took some of that Hobby Lobby pastel. It's just like pink, yellow, and lavender base, and then that was what I started with, and then I added all kinds of other different shapes and sizes and colors, little chick pieces, little confetti pieces, stars, diamond dots. I got like these little bunnies, all kinds of different things. I like to really add a whole bunch of different shapes. I got Heishi beads in there that match, all kinds of different things. So anyway, there is my sequin mix, and then I'm just going to put my lid back on. Where mine spins, it's a little bit more tricky to get it where you want, so that when you spin it and get it lined up, that it is lined up. So in that case, one that just had the lid that pops on would be much easier to work with than this one. But see, I got it back on, and now it's all done. And there's my shaker mix mixing inside there. Okay, and then all I did next was, if you hadn't noticed, and I forgot to mention at the beginning, I'm using the Simple Stories Bunnies and Blooms. So I'm going to take one of my little puffy stickers and add on there. I just been adding a little flower, so I think I'm going to take this one. And I'm just going to put some hot glue right here on the edge. I always use glue on my stuff because sometimes just stuff just doesn't stay stuck. So I'm just going to kind of line this up and kind of stick it kind of up here and like let it hang off a little bit. So there's my little puffy flower right there. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little sentiment like I did on that one. And I'm using, you know, my 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So it's got all these little, I've almost used this whole thing already. So I'm going to pick a little sentiment to put down there. Maybe I'll do Spring Memories on this one. Try not to make it too long. So I'm actually going to cut off just a tad bit of it on each one. Okay. And I don't want to put it flat. I want it to have a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to take some of my, you know, Dollar Tree foam tape and put a strip behind here so that it will give it some dimension. Okay, I'm going to peel the backing off, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue again, just so it sticks, especially when you're using a slick paper like Mylar or glitter, or, you know, some of those things that are a little bit harder to stick to. Okay, I'm just going to kind of line it up right here at the bottom of the heart. Okay, so there's that up on foam, and then I'm going to take, when this cuts out of these windows, so I have all these little really pretty hearts left. So like here's the one out of the Mylar paper, or the foil, whatever that is, and then here's some out of the pattern paper. So I just took the one that comes out of the pattern paper, and I'm just going to attach it right up here just for another little piece of ephemera. And it's kind of going to go on that side because it's kind of going to hang off, and I'm just going to kind of put it up here again, kind of part way on the flower, part way on the message. Let it just hang off the edge there a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. And then I have these little diamond enamel dots. I hardly ever use bling. I'm not wild about bling. I mean, I have a ton of it from when I first started crafting and bought a ton of it. But I don't like it as well as the enamel dots. So this one didn't come with the collection. No, this is just one that I had in my drawer. I don't remember what collection it was, but I just, you know, pick a color that matches and add it. So I'm using these tiny little pink ones right here. So I'm just going to put a little tiny little, let me get this off here first. I'm going to take a little tiny one off, and then I'm going to put a little tiny dot over here on this edge that's hanging off of glue. I mean, this will stick by itself, but you know how things fall off if you don't glue. So I'm just going to put that little diamond dot that little enamel dot right there. Okay, and then I'm going to put another one like I did here, kind of sticking out from the bottom of the sentiment. So I'm going to take another one off here, and I'm going to put a tiny little dot of glue right there, and then I'm just going to kind of stick this enamel dot kind of up underneath there. I like to kind of like have it be part way underneath what I'm sticking it under. Okay, so rather than just totally beneath it. So anyway, that's how it is. So see how fast and easy that is? And it makes a darling little sequins mix to give to somebody in a swap. And they could just use it, you know, this could be a cute little decoration to leave sitting on their desk or something, and they could use the sequin mix out of it and then refill it or put some other things, you know, charms, whatever. It'd be a great way to gift some charms. A few beads, just depends on how big your little container is that you use and what it holds, but super cute. And I like that it's a shaker. So anyway, I hope this was helpful and enjoyable, and I mean it's seemed really easy to me. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave your question below. Give me a like and a follow, and give me a comment. Let me know what you think of it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back soon with more. Talk to you guys later. Bye.